probably never thought much about it, but chances are, at one time or another, you've had a Chevy in your life. Maybe it was an old truck you and your friends piled into on Friday nights. Or the car you drove away in on your wedding day. Maybe it was the first car you bought with your own money. Or maybe it's a car that after all these years, you still dream of owning. Someday. Whatever your story is, Chevy's probably been a part of it. Not just because more people drive Chevrolets than any other brand, but because we've always believed that what it's really all about is finding a car or truck you can love. No matter where you are in life, or how much you have to spend. It's giving you the safety, comfort, and style you expect. Or just a little less than you'd expect to pay. It's being dependable enough to have 36 million people driving around with a Chevy emblem on their front end. It's realizing that while body styles and paint colors may change, the right way to treat a customer doesn't. It's called genuine Chevrolet. It means not only introducing more new cars and trucks in the next few months than anyone else, but also building more of them with standard anti-lock brakes and airbags. And it's over 4,400 Chevy dealers across the country who are the difference between a promise made and a promise kept. It's where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Genuine Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Joseph here once again. And today, I'm once again out at Wanda Blackwells Credit Cars in Bentonville, Arkansas. And today, I have a very special and unique treat for you. This is a 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS. This will be a full, in-depth review of the Impala SS. We'll go over the history nameplate of the Impala, of this particular platform, start it up, show the engine, and show you many of the features on the interior as well as the exterior. So, without further ado, let's go on and get started. And we'll talk about the particular history of this platform, and then start it up and go through the full tour. The Chevrolet Impala is a full-size car built by the Chevrolet Motor Corporation for model years 1958 to 1985, 1994 to 1996, and 2000 to 2020 respectively. The Impala was Chevrolet's popular flagship passenger car and was among the better-selling American-made automobiles in the United States. Production was from 1957 to 2020. Gens 1 through 7 and 10 is a full-size car. The Gen 8 through 9 was a mid-size car. Layout: front engine, rear-wheel drive from 1958 to 1996. Front-wheel drive from 2000 to 2020. Predecessor: Chevrolet Bel Air and the second generation Chevrolet Lumina. The successor was the Chevrolet SS for the Impala SS. For its debut in 1958, the Impala was distinguished from other models by its symmetrical triple taillights. The Chevrolet Caprice was introduced as a top-line Impala sports sedan for the model year 1965, later becoming a separate series partitioned above the Impala in 1966, which in turn remained above the Chevrolet Bel Air and the Chevrolet Biscayne. The Impala continued as Chevrolet's most popular full-size model through the mid-1980s. Between 1994 and 1996, the Impala was revised with a 5.7-liter V8 powered version of the Chevrolet Caprice Classic sedan. In 2000, the Impala was reintroduced again as a mainstream front-wheel drive car. As of February 2014, the 2014 Chevrolet Impala ranked number 1 among most affordable cars in the United States News and World Report rankings. When the 10th generation of the Impala was introduced for the 2014 model year, the 9th generation was rebadged as the Impala Limited and sold only to fleet customers through 2016. During that time, both versions were sold in the United States and Canada. The 10th generation Impala was also sold in the Middle East and South Korea. The 7th generation, 1994 through 1996, for the Impala SS. Also called the Caprice SS in the Middle East. Production was from the 14th of February 1994 to the 13th of December 1996. A total of 69,768 units were manufactured during that time frame. Assembly was in Arlington, Texas, United States. Body style layout: four-door sedan, FR layout. B-body platform, related to the Buick Roadmaster, Callaway Impala SS, Chevrolet Caprice and Caprice Classic, and Oldsmobile Custom Cruiser. Engine: 350 cubic inch LT1 5.7-liter V8. Transmission: 4L60-E 4-speed automatic transmission. Wheelbase: 115.9 inches. Length: 214.1 inches. Width: 77 inches. Height: 54.7 inches. Curb weight: 4,036 pounds. In January 1990, the GMB platform's body was redesigned for the 1991 model year. Though it retained the same shortened frame design of the 1977 model year, the Impala SS badge was resurrected at the 1992 Detroit International Auto Show as a concept car designed by GM designer John Moss. The concept was 2 inches longer and lower to the ground than the regular Caprice, and was powered by an 8.2-liter 500 cubic inch engine. Eventually, the concept car's engine was replaced with a 5.7-liter 350 cubic inch LT1 V8 derived from the Chevrolet Corvette. The 1994 Impala SS went into production on the 14th of February 1994 at GM's plant in Arlington, Texas, and was almost identical cosmetically to the concept car, the only noticeable change being the chromed bow tie logo on the grille versus a red logo on the concept. The car was in essence a high-performance version of the Caprice, heavily based on the Caprice 9C1 police package. As such, it got much of the equipment formerly available only to law enforcement and government agencies. This included a sports-tuned suspension with reinforced shocks and springs, a high-capacity reverse flow cooling system derived from the Corvette LT1, 4-wheel disc brakes, transmission cooler, dual exhaust, a higher output electrical system, and other minor mechanical and electrical alterations. The Impala SS did not get the 9C1 external oil-to-air engine oil cooler, nor were all the body mounts secured. The standard Chevy Caprice and Impala SS were assembled at the factory with the front 3 body mounts missing one of the rubber cushions, while the 9C1 was assembled with all the rubber cushions in place. The Impala SS was fitted with a standard 3.8 gear slip ratio with slip differential and was standard as opposed to the G80 on the Caprice, and the suspension was an inch lower. A retuned LT1 5.7 liter 350 small block V8 was standard on all Impala SSs, making 260 horsepower and 330 ounce-feet of torque. The primary difference between the LT1 and the Impala and the LT1 and the Corvette and Camaro was the Impala engine was fitted with a cast iron cylinder heads instead of aluminum ones, and a camshaft that was designed for more low-end torque than high-end horsepower. Another difference between the two blocks was the engine block casting for the Impala LT1 had 2-bolt main bearing caps, while the casting used for the LT1 had 4-bolt main bearing caps. The transmission was the 4L60-E, which had an electronically controlled version of the previously hydraulic controlled 4L60. However, the transmission was not beefed up for the power of the LT1, nor the extra weight of the body and frame, and transmission failures after 100,000 miles were commonplace. The Impala SS received body color trim and a unique single-bar grille with no hood ornament, and a rear deck spoiler. It was fitted with a 17-inch brushed aluminum wheels with 255/50 ZR17 all-season tires. Inside, the car came with a center console with cup holders in the 1994 and 95 models, and a storage compartment, leather seats embroidered with the SS logo, and a standard leather-wrapped steering wheel. For the 94 model year, it was available only in black with a gray interior due to a shortage of unique 5-spoke aluminum wheels. Only 6,303 cars were sold. However, the wheel shortage was remedied for the 1995 model year, and 21,434 units were sold. In 1995, dark cherry metallic and dark gray green were added as exterior color options, and the body paneling on the rear quarter panel was altered to reflect the cosmetic effect formerly achieved by a window insert. The black units continued to receive semi-gloss door moldings and wheel well trim, whereas the other gloss coverings offered received those themes in full gloss. Another change from 1994 was the replacement of the side mirrors from pods attached to the door to a larger format attached to the A-pillar. 1996 was the last year of production with 41,941 units sold. The 96 Impala SS was also exported to the Middle East as the Caprice SS, with the car being identical to its American counterpart except for the front side skirts on the rear quarter panel and badging on the dashboard saying Caprice SS rather than Impala SS. The 1996 Impala SS production went late into the model year, the last one being produced on December 13, 1996. Marblehead gray metallic had been planned for the model year. However, the option was canceled at the last minute, even though many trim part numbers for the color had already been designed. The last year saw minor interior alterations, with the digital speedometer being replaced by an analog one, along with the tachometer. The shifter was moved from the column to the center console, and the engine was given an OBD2 computer-controlled system for the camshaft. Performance: 260 horsepower, 0 to 60 time was 7 seconds flat. Quarter mile was achieved at 15.3 seconds at 91.1 miles per hour, and had 142 top speed capture for the 350 base 260 horsepower. The Callaway had a 0 to 60 time of 5.9 seconds, a quarter mile of 14 seconds at 100.3 miles per hour, and the top speed is not available. The discontinuation: the entire B line, consisting of the Chevrolet Caprice, Impala SS, and Buick Roadmaster, was discontinued as the GM wanted more assembly lines to be able to produce more profitable SUVs. A ceremony was held at the plant on the 13th of December 1996 as the last Impala SS was manufactured. This particular unit is in a satin black exterior paired with a shale gray leather interior and vinyl accenting throughout. SS badges on the seats. And this unit has an astounding low mileage of 35,021 miles. Starts right up. Four-speed automatic transmission on the column. Four-mounted shifter. Cold AC. Go on and roll up the windows here. Make sure everything is unlocked. Turn on the lights. Hazards. We'll take a look at the exterior. This is a very rare car. Not many of them were manufactured. I will post the amount of vehicles that were manufactured in total in the screen below. Chevy badge. This vehicle is loosely based on the Chevrolet Caprice classic platform, B body, but it is a lot more souped up and a lot faster than the Chevy Caprice. Impala SS script, Impala logo, forged alloy wheels, take a look at the engine, shall we? This has a 5.7 liter V8 engine. I believe it's the LT1, loosely tuned from the Corvette V8. It's the same engine that was also used in the Chevrolet Caprice Classic, the Buick Roadmaster, and the Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. The other vehicles, the Fleetwood Brougham, Buick Roadmaster, and Chevy Caprice had a slightly more detuned version of the 5.7 liter versus the Impala SS. The Impala SS has a more souped up version of the fuel-injected 5.7 liter. Port fuel injection. This has got to be one of the cleanest cars I have yet reviewed from this era. This is absolutely beautiful. Alrighty, let's take a look at the interior, shall we? Starting on the driver's side door. Got your power windows, locks, and mirrors. Mirror adjustment tool. Your power window switches, window lockout, power locks, and your seat control. Forward, back, up, down, tilt back, tilt forward, and manual lumbar adjustment down here. Basic Chevrolet Caprice in that form. Very comfortable seats. Fluidic power steering. It's nice and responsive, but you can still kind of toss it back and forth. Your different light settings. Twilight Sentinel allows the lights to stay on or off depending on how sensitive you have the relay set to. Fan speed, different zones, temperature. AM, FM radio.
The KBVA news time is 4:01.
ABC News, I'm Faith Babube. The Los Angeles Unified School District's Board of Education.
Very nice. Vanity mirror. Auto dimming rear view mirror. Light up vanity mirror for the passenger side. Impala logo on the center console. Small storage cubby. Tilt steering wheel. And then over here on the center console you have your English and metric button to allow you to change the speedometer and other gauges to metric, and your trip odometer tells you how many miles you've traveled on a trip. You also got your basic amenity gauges of coolant temperature, tachometer, speedometer, and fuel gauge. Interior dome light, brightness. You can adjust the dome brightness as well as turn on the cabin lights through that main switch there. Very nice. Let's take a look at the rest of the vehicle. Starting on the rear driver's seat. Got small folder holder cubby as well as your power window, up, down, small ashtray, typical Caprice in that platform era. Somewhat firm rear seats, but still supportive. More Roadmaster inspired front seats than Caprice. You can kind of see the kind of rounded edges of the front seats. Also got a Impala embroidery like all the other older Impalas in the rear seat. Got a small center armrest that comes down for both rear seat passengers. Large folder holders in the rear seats. Nice shag carpet. Very plush. Small reading lamp. It's a bit of a reach for the power window, but that's just the early design for GM in the era. This car does come equipped with child safety locks to prevent the exterior doors from being opened on the outside with this small switch here. Want to take a look at the passenger seat here. Same amenities on the passenger door. You have your power seat controls as well as door locks. Trunk release in the glove box. So have your owner's manual, and it looks like included it has the window sticker, but it's seen better days, that's for sure. Ice cold air conditioning. Carpeted folder holders on the doors. Very nice. I want to pop the trunk here. Take a look at the trunk. Very large cavernous trunk. You still have room for your spare tire. It's under the carpeted mat here. Cargo net. Very nice. Well, guys, I hope you liked looking at this beautiful Survivor 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe, as there's a lot more rare cars like this one to come. We'll see you next time.